going on, boys and girls? JT here, coming at you with a shirtless update. You may ask why I'm shirtless, because here in Kentucky it's like 70-something degrees today, and I work in a factory, so I sweat all day long, so I had to come home and get naked, you know. But anyways, I got a little update for you. I'm not going to be in front of camera for this one. I got quite a sizable stack of goodies, just all kinds of stuff: CDs, cassette tapes, VHS, DVDs, and magazines. First up here, I want to talk about some magazines that I picked up. Picked up this was a two-pack, a twofer. Me and my boy J-Dub was hitting up this kind of peddler's mall top flea market deal that we have in town here, and they had all these magazines that were in two-packs for $1.99 a piece. So I picked up one. He picked up a Classic Monsters one. The one he got was really cool. I'm gonna try to get him to show that in his next update. But yeah, they had tons of these magazines. I'm probably gonna go back and get some more of them. And what was included here was a Fangoria issue number 264, and I have a lot of the Fangorias up in the 200s. And this one was about Hostel 2 and had an H2 article there, and Stephen King's 1408 Black Sheep. So this is a few years ago on this one. But you know, I'm trying to get up all the Fangorias I had. They had more, not really old ones, but you know, it's still cool to get Fangorias anyway. You can get them for that cheap because they're $10 new. And this was what I originally got that package for. This is Starlog number 123, and this was right when RoboCop came out. So this is, you know, around 80, probably 87 or so, something like that. And you got a whole article in there with Dolph Lundgren and the He-Man movie. Just really cool to see this, and it's really cool cover to this magazine here. And they had a ton of these Starlog ones, some Star Wars covers and just different stuff, but I'll probably go back and get some more of those. And I'm going to try to hurry through this, try to make this a fast little update. Picked up Kiss's Sonic Boom album. This is the cassette tape. This is the CD. And I was working at Walmart when this came out, and this thing sold tons of CDs, believe it or not. And you know, I'm still into buying CDs. I like to rip them to my iTunes or whatnot. And you know, this comes with the Sonic Boom album, which I highly recommend. I'll probably going to do a full album review of this sometime. But I highly recommend Sonic Boom. A lot of the tunes sound a lot like Kiss's earlier stuff, and I'm a big Kiss fan. So, and it also comes with Kiss Classics with a K. And this is like a greatest hits. It's got 15 of their greatest hits on there, so that's pretty cool. And it also comes with Kiss Live and some wherever that's at. And this is pretty cool. It's got like 8 songs they play live, so pretty cool album. I just figured I would show that off. Gotta love Kiss. And next up here we got a cassette tape. This is the Bangles, all over the place. It's a pretty cool 80s girl band. And it has Hero Takes Fall, which is a good song by them. And I got this at Goodwill for like 50 cents, so pretty cool. Next up, I picked up 2 tapes this time. And first one I picked up at the Peddler's Mall the other day with J-Dub, and this is Beastmaster 2. And my boy Movie John was talking about the first Beastmaster like a few days before I found this. And I hadn't seen the Beastmaster movies since I was a kid. They used to show them on TV all the time. And they're just classic, cheesy fun. And this one right here, Movie John tells me it sucks, but you know, I can't remember this one at all. So I'll check it out on a rainy day. You got a guy looking all buff there. Got Beastmaster talking to the animals, you know. And the next tape I picked up is Modern Girls. Now this is an out-of-print 80s, or never in print on DVD, I guess. 80s, I think, sex comedy, like a female cast. Pretty cool. I found this at Goodwill also, so happy to find that. I've been getting into the 80s comedies. Got a few more 80s, now into the DVDs. Got Pretty in Pink here. Now this is my wife's favorite movie. We watched this the other night. Just a classic John Hughes movie. Got Molly Ringwald, you know, Andrew McCarthy. Just a classic movie. Gotta love Pretty in Pink. My wife actually has a poster of this up in her bedroom, our bedroom. So I may show that someday. She has a ton of 80s posters I've never shown. And next up is another awesome 80s 2-pack here. We got The Burbs and Money Pit, which I've never seen Money Pit. I still haven't watched it, but The Burbs is classic, and I just watched this for the first time a while back ago. My wife was like, "Oh, you haven't seen The Burbs? You got to watch it." And you know, it didn't let me down at all. You got Corey Feldman in there, just a classic Tom Hanks movie. This was a cool set. so I'll watch Money Pit eventually. And the next up here was one I picked up the other day. I just got an urge to watch this movie, and this is another great 80s classic. This is Weird Science, another John Hughes film, an 80s take on Frankenstein. You know, you got Robert Downey Jr. in there, and the guy from Nightmare on Elm Street 2, and Bill Paxton, just loads. Oh, and Michael Berryman. I'm going to do a full review of this movie coming up, so look forward to that. Anthony Michael Hall, just a classic movie. Great stuff. Ugh. Yeah, Anthony Michael Hall. I had to make sure that was his name. And next up is some pawn shop buys that I picked up today, actually. Got bored, so went down to the pawn shop, and I'm glad I did because I found some goods. Picked up Godzilla 98. Now, I'm a big Godzilla fan, as you guys have seen in my other videos, and everybody hates on Godzilla 98, but I liked it. I mean, yeah, of course it's not the classic G-Zilla that we know, but I remember watching this in theater back in 98 and loving it, so happy to get this, and I'm going to watch it again, and probably going to love it again. And next up here, this is Uber Cheese. Wanted this to complete the collection. Anaconda 3. Dog's chewing on something. Sorry. Anaconda 3 with David Hasselhoff. And I just know this is going to be super crap CGI sci-fi crap fest, but I love the Anaconda movies no matter how crappy they are. And I have the other one, so well, I don't have the fourth one, which is a sequel to this, I think, so I have to check that one out. Next up here, we got the super cheesy Bones, Snoop Dogg, D-O-G-G. I'm just a fan of Snoop Dogg's horror films. I know, guys, I know, but what can you say? This has Pam Grier in it. Come on, Pam Grier. You gotta love the Grier, and you gotta love the D-O-G-G. So I'm gonna try to pick up his other movie too. I think Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horror or House of Horror, something like that. I've seen bits and pieces of that, but I've watched Bones before, and I really enjoyed Bones. And next up here, I picked up Sister Street Fighter. Now this is the, I think, third installment in the Street Fighter series with Sonny Chiba. So I don't have Return of the Street Fighter. That's the only one I need now. But this looks like some martial arts classic goodness. Cool cover too. I really like that cover art. Very 70s martial arts exploitation looking. And last but not least, my favorite find of the day. We got Death Wish. I think this is 5. I'm not sure. I don't believe it's 4, but I could be wrong. I don't know. This is one of the later Death Wish movies, and I only have 1 in this one now. I need to get the other ones because I love the Death Wish films, especially 2 and 3. They're just awesome. And I heard that the later ones weren't that great, like probably this one, but you know, I'm getting ready to pop this in and watch it nonetheless because it is Charles Bronson. It is a Death Wish movie, so you know, even if it's super crappy, still it's got that going for it, you know. And I was happy to find that. But that's my update for this. You know, whatever. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace.